Hidden gems. The kind of games most people never hear about, but once you try them, you can't stop playing. Today, we're diving into the top 20 hidden games for Android and iOS. Unique, underrated, and seriously fun. From intense downhill biking in Descenders, brutal samurai duels, post-apocalyptic survival, deep story-driven adventures, stealth missions, physics-based trials, and even chaotic sandbox battles. This list has everything. Whether you love action, puzzles, platformers, racing, or pure madness, these 20 games will give you a fresh experience you won't find in the mainstream charts. So sit back, relax, and let's jump straight into the hidden treasures of mobile gaming. Descenders. This is the definitive downhill mountain biking experience, fused with the pulse-pounding, high-risk world of the roguelike genre. Every run is a high-stakes campaign where the tracks, from the tight, root-filled forests to the vast, jump-laden deserts and even dangerous, icy glaciers, are procedurally generated. You must master the deep physics engine to pull off backflips, 360s and scrubs, chaining tricks to build your reputation score. That rep unlocks a massive array of new bikes, gear, and cosmetic items. Fail too many times, and your run is over, forcing you to start fresh. Conquer the environment, dominate the leaderboards, and face the ultimate. Boss jump in each world to prove you are the legendary Descender.
武士道と死ぬことと見つけたり、修羅道とは倒すことと見つけたり、我悪鬼羅刹となりて目の前の敵すべてを切る。
貴様の無礼な剣で私の相手が務まるとは思えんな。
覇王丸 VS シャルロット、いざ尋常に一本目勝負。
Samurai Showdown. Step into the golden age of weapons-based fighting. Set in the Edo period of Japan, this is a fighting game built on deliberate pacing and massive damage. Forget endless combos. Here, a single heavy slash can turn the tide of a duel. The core mechanics center on deflecting attacks, punishing mistakes, and managing your rage gauge. When your rage is full, you can unleash a devastating weapon-flipping super special move, or trigger a rage explosion for a limited power boost. With a roster of iconic, personality-filled warriors, each with a distinct fighting style, this is a true test of patience, prediction, and the deadly art of the one-hit kill.
勝者覇王丸。
いいね、なかなか楽しめたぜ。
Dead Westland. The apocalypse has arrived, turning the world into a brutal, zombie-infested wasteland. This is a survival RPG where every choice determines your fate. You must scavenge desolate territories, from the remnants of your old town to harsh quarantine zones, gathering resources like wood and metal to fortify your shelter. Combat is fierce and often turn-based, demanding tactical use of your crafted melee weapons and firearms against the relentless infected. You'll need to manage your hero's health and maintain your gear, which degrades over time. Unite with fellow survivors, complete perilous quests, and strive to keep a spark of humanity alive in the dying world. Sailors of Odyssey embark on a breathtaking, open-world adventure across the vast blue. Though information is scarce, the premise promises a classic hero's journey on the high seas. Expect to command your own vessel, chart courses to mysterious islands, and interact with a world steeped in nautical legend. The game focuses on grand exploration, likely featuring combat against mythical sea beasts and challenging puzzles to uncover ancient secrets. Your quest is one of discovery and courage, as you seek answers in the deepest corners of the ocean. Thief Simulator. This is your definitive training to become a master burglar, prioritizing cunning over brute force. The entire game is a preparation and execution simulator. You start by observing your targets, learning their routines, sleep schedules, and security weaknesses. You'll use specialized tools for lockpicking, disabling alarms, and hacking systems. As you progress, you unlock new skills, like car theft and jewelry dismantling, and gain access to richer, more secured properties. The loot you acquire is sold on the ThiefNet to purchase better equipment. But be warned, the tension is razor sharp. One mistake, one loud noise, and the sound of police sirens signals the end of your career, or worse. Super Meat Boy Forever. He's back, and he's forever. The indie platforming sensation returns with Super Meat Boy Forever. Dr. Fetus has kidnapped your daughter, Nugget, and now you and Bandage Girl must leap, dash, punch, and kick your way through deadly, saw blade-filled gauntlets. Every level is a deadly, randomly generated challenge. Prepare for excruciating difficulty, lightning-fast reflexes, and a story that's as absurd as it is unforgettable.
It's a tale about pain. Let me tell you. Again. These lands were dead, destroyed, and devastated. All you could hear was the whisper of the ashes. Then a stranger came. He held a spark in his hand.
Inmost, a melancholic, narrative-driven pixel art platformer that weaves together three distinct playable characters: a young girl, a silent knight, and an old man, whose lives are tragically interconnected by a shared source of pain. The gameplay shifts between their perspectives. The knight engages in brutal, fast-paced combat. The old man uses subtle environmental puzzles. And the girl explores a quieter, narrative-focused world. It is an atmospheric, deeply emotional journey focused on the themes of loss, suffering, and the fragile hope of finding light in the darkest of places. Uncover the secrets of the crumbling castle and the abyss it conceals, where the story's dark truth awaits. Battle Gang. Prepare for a hilarious, wobbly, physics-based beat-em-up in the style of a ragdoll simulator. This is a chaotic arena fighter where you control ridiculous, floppy party animals like battle cats, pandas, or wobbly dogs. The combat is pure slapstick. You punch, kick, and wildly flail your way through various multiplayer modes like Brawl, 3v3 PvP, Kick the King, Capture the Crown, and Steal the Chicken. Success relies less on traditional fighting skills and more on leveraging the unpredictable, humorous physics to grab, smash, and knock your opponents out of the arena. Unleash your inner superhero with unique powers and dominate the chaotic physics playground. MageTrain, a clever fusion of the classic Snake arcade game and a roguelike auto-battler. You assemble a magical train of heroes, each with unique abilities, and guide them through procedurally generated campaigns. The core mechanic is positioning. Your lead hero determines the direction, and the rest of the line follows, auto-attacking enemies. You must strategically position your fragile mages or beefy tanks within the line to maximize damage and minimize threats, all while avoiding obstacles and running into your own tail. While progression is roguelike, losing all experience upon death, the coins you earn unlock new heroes and permanent characters for future, more powerful runs. Oceanhorn, monster of uncharted seas. Widely hailed as a loving homage to classic console action RPGs, this game places you in the shoes of a young hero seeking his lost father, and the mythical sea beast, Oceanhorn. You explore a vast ocean filled with dozens of unique islands, each hiding dungeons and secrets. The gameplay centers on top-down combat, using your sword and an array of magical items, paired with a focus on solving block-moving and environment-based puzzles. While the sailing sequences are automated, a point of contention, the game delivers a beautiful, accessible, and nostalgia-fueled world full of exploration, boss battles, and a sweeping orchestral soundtrack.
Let's see. A dash of salt, a pinch of pepper. Ooh, this would be delicious.
Sneaky Cat. This is pure, unadulterated stealth simulation from a feline perspective. You are a resourceful cat on a mission to escape captivity. The game demands precise, patient movement, utilizing your cat skills to navigate high-security environments. You must avoid line of sight from guards, use environmental elements for cover, and find creative ways to open doors and disable systems. It's a series of intricate stealth puzzles where you must leverage your speed, agility, and perhaps a little bit of chaos to outsmart the human captors and achieve your ultimate perfect freedom. Psebay, a visually stunning and mind-bending Moto Trials racer. This game is defined by its deep atmosphere and dynamic gravity mechanic. You control a bike in a gorgeous, haunting silhouette landscape, using precise throttle and tilt controls to traverse massive jumps and intricate obstacles. The twist is that the very ground beneath you can crumble and the world can flip upside down, forcing you to instantly recalibrate your physics and balance. The challenge is immense, requiring a meditative focus to master the constantly changing environment. It's a game of beautiful scenery, special sound design, and relentless physics-based difficulty. Carnage, Battle Arena, a high-octane, blocky, retro-styled demolition and racing game. Forget clean lines and fair play. This is all about vehicular chaos. Choose from a massive roster of over 80 cars, from sports cars to heavy trucks, and throw yourself into real-time multiplayer mayhem. The game boasts an extensive destruction model that not only wrecks the vehicles, but visibly damages the environments. Core modes include Deathmatch League, destroying cars for points, Survival, Battle Royale to the last car standing, and Racing, where crashing is encouraged. Collect power-ups to turn the tide, and leave nothing but twisted metal and dust in your wake.
invitation, explain to Miss Clemens that in order to better understand her occlusion, a periapical X-ray
does not commute. A brilliant, award-winning, strategic driving paradox. Set in a charming 1970s suburb, you control the vehicle of a single, quirky character, driving them from point A to B within a time limit. Once complete, you select the next vehicle, but the previous vehicle, and its precise route, repeats exactly as you drove it. What starts as a simple drive quickly turns into a traffic-jammed temporal puzzle. The core strategy is planning ahead to avoid your own past routes, which become increasingly complex obstacles. The game is woven with a subtle, quirky narrative about the town's residents, adding stakes to this unique, highly rated test of foresight and driving skill. Framed, an acclaimed, stylish, and highly innovative noir puzzle game. The narrative unfolds through an animated comic book, and you are the editor. You play as a morally ambiguous protagonist on the run, and your mission is to rearrange the comic book panels to change the sequence of events. Moving a panel might change a fatal fall into a successful leap, or a close-range capture into a stealthy takedown. The core mechanic is based on predicting the flow of action and using the environment shown in the panels to create a successful, unbroken path past the authorities. It's praised by critics, including industry legends, for its pitch-perfect execution and genius combination of visual storytelling and cunning puzzles. Fast Like a Fox, a high-speed arcade platformer with a unique, responsive control method. You control a golden fox on a frantic mission to retrieve stolen treasures. Unlike standard runners, your movement, specifically your dash and run speed, is controlled by tapping the back of your mobile device. This creates an intuitive, rhythm-based control scheme that makes the act of running feel incredibly dynamic. You must maintain this rhythm while performing precise jumps and navigating treacherous, beautifully rendered environments, from icy mountain peaks to ancient temples. It's a pure test of dexterity and timing, perfect for short, intense bursts of play. Ninja Tobu. Leap, dash, and strike. Ninja Tobu is an addictive, high-flying action game where your ninja must navigate treacherous levels using precision jumps. Aim, charge, and launch yourself from surface to surface, crushing enemies with lightning-fast attacks. Master the double jump, avoid spikes, and climb higher and higher in your relentless pursuit of the ultimate high score. A webbing journey. Dive into a charming, physics-based sandbox adventure from the perspective of Silky, an adorable spider with a massive house to explore. The unique core is the dynamic web building and web swinging mechanic. You use your unlimited silk to swing through rooms, create intricate web structures, and interact with hundreds of physics-based objects. The main goal is to complete over 100 oversized chores for your human roommates. But the game encourages creative chaos, allowing you to customize your spider with funny outfits and break things for fun. It's a cozy, whimsical experience where exploration and creativity are your only limits. Retro Garage, car mechanic simulator. Live the life of an automotive restoration expert focused primarily on classic and retro vehicles. This simulation is incredibly detailed. You start by buying a rusty car, then you must fully disassemble it, right down to the last bolt, inspecting and repairing over 50 different parts per vehicle. From tuning the engine to replacing body panels, the process is intuitive and in-depth. Once the car is restored, you can either sell it to a museum for profit or take it out for a test drive on the racetrack. It's a deep, rewarding simulator for enthusiasts who love the methodical process of bringing an old classic back to life. Rage Swarm, a relentless, top-down twin-stick shooter built for maximum chaos and speed. You are thrown into intense, single-player missions to fight through an overwhelming swarm of fierce alien invaders. The key to survival is your massive arsenal of unique weapons, ranging from standard firearms to exotic rocket launchers and flamethrowers. You must strategically upgrade your skills and collect various equipment, each providing unique abilities to diversify your playstyle. The controls are designed for convenient, one-finger play, allowing you to focus completely on dodging the bullet hell patterns, using the environment, and entering a temporary rage mode to wipe out the endless enemy army. And that wraps up the top 20 hidden games for Android and iOS. From fast-paced action to clever puzzles and wild physics chaos, every game on this list brings something special that most players completely overlook. Which hidden gem surprised you the most? Tell me in the comments. I always reply. If you discovered a new favorite, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more underrated mobile games, and check the description for all the download links. Thanks for watching, and keep exploring the hidden side of mobile gaming.